Pablo and Jessica. Talk about a poor name for an episode title, but it's Fear the Walking Dead. Everything we do here is very poor. And guess what? We kick off with a flashback with Madison and Strand about how they escaped the bar. What is this all about? Was this necessary to kick off the episode? Why do we honestly need to see how they escaped? Actually, give me one valid reason why this needed to be seen.
Plus, you already know they've escaped, so there's no
exactly.
tension, there's no threat. Or
I actually
danger.
thought we were going to get a full episode of these two. Turns out we didn't. They escape the bar. They go through this swimming pool door, and then it turns out they hear rapping. Oh, it is none other than Alicia and the job squad, and they let them through. It is the hotel manager and her nephew Hector, I believe his name is. I think there's something weird going on there. Why is she running about a hotel with her nephew Hector? We've seen them at the very start of this apocalypse. And now, a month later, you've got all these people still running about this completely infested hotel. But guess what, guys? This hotel will be getting featured quite a lot this episode. We cut to the Colonia. We have got Nick. He visits Alejandro. Alejandro's like, yeah, Nick, you're not too much of a smart deal, man. These drug dealers, they're gonna know that you are cutting them a little bit light with the drugs. And then Nick's like, but I'm a junkie. So what does he do? He puts powdered milk into the Oxycontin pills, obviously to create a bigger quantity, to fool these drug dealers that they think they're getting more. He gives the excuse to Alexandra that, here, I'm a junkie, so I know how this works. You could say it's a smart plan for Nick to obviously produce more drugs that they don't have, but surely these guys would figure it out. Or do you think he's just playing the card of, well, all junkies are stupid and they're just going to snort what they get?
Yeah, possibly. I guess maybe they've no way of tools or anything or.
I don't. The purity. They're not going to whip out the Walter White 99.9% blue stuff.
Like you said, maybe they're just desperate and they're going to be like, oh, we'll snort whatever we can get our hands on.
Are we supposed to root for Nick? This guy steals morphine off dead people, covers himself in blood every episode. Oh, but he's got a wee soft side with the kids. He plays football with them in the courtyard. I couldn't give a fuck what he does in the courtyard with the kids. Could you?
No.
This Fear show is awful. They actually think Nick has got the capacity here and the capabilities of carrying this show. Oh, we're going to cut this one community, and the only real guy we know is Nick. Whose idea was this? In season 2?
Not mine.
Honestly, Jesus Christ. This would be like sending Glenn in season 2 of The Walking Dead, that community by himself. Fucking ridiculous, man. It really is. In the hotel, Madison, Strand, the hotel manager, Alicia and Hector, they come up with this master plan of getting all the walkers out. Of course, though, we do have the situation here where the rest of the hotel people are like, oh, that hotel manager, she killed my daughter. So they think, well, if we clear the entire hotel here of these walkers, then hopefully they'll give them the hotel keys. And look at this. We have got these people who, 1 second, they cannot deal with walkers, and the next second we are literally luring thousands of walkers through a hotel on their porch. And you've got to bear in mind here, the timing has got to be completely impeccable.
Plus, in the last episode, did Alicia not kind of try and kill them by throwing the keys and opening the door?
Yeah, I know.
You could argue that's what she was trying to do. So I don't know why they would all of a sudden trust them. But this seems like too big and too dangerous of an operation for a group that just aren't really familiar and aren't capable of killing see if you think of The Walking Dead in the early couple of seasons, first 2 seasons, I don't think you'd see Shane and Rick attempt something like this.
No. I mean, look when Shane and Otis go into the school. Realistically, right? They could have
lured them away. You think about it now. I mean, right, Otis, you get in the car and you get in the truck and rev it up or something like that, and
because you can't fucking run. Honestly, we then cut but in the courtyard actually during that game.
See if this was Fear the Walking Dead, Nick would have just put a wee drop of blood on his forehead and walked in and got the supplies that Carl needed.
Yeah, literally. Nick then sees what's her name? Luciana is getting some bad news. They found him. Pablo. We're thinking, right, we've no idea who Pablo is. And as Nick and Luciana leave to make the whole drug trade, she's like, yeah, the guy they found was my brother. She cries. Nick's like, I thought it was your boyfriend, sort of thing. What a weird and fucking awkward scene. Like, this Luciana is clearly the biggest character for this group. She's just lost her brother. And it's swept under the carpet quicker than you can say Fear the Walking Dead shite.
And it is very shite.
Like, what was actually the use, though, of this, like, I was my brother that was dead? Why not just make it some random guy? What's the point of actually, like, creating a character to be her brother if he's just going to die and there's no relevance to it? He's just some guy.
I guess to try and make her be sad, and I don't know.
This would be like on Herschel's farm. Herschel's like, they just found my brother, he's dead. And Rick's like, you're a brother? And then, like, the next scene, it's just fucking forgot about.
Yeah, would it not be better to actually have her brother be alive and die in front of her or something like that? Or, to me, I would have done that or whatever, but show us something on screen rather than just leave it a hearsay, but I don't know.
No, yeah, exactly. The drug trade is made. We then cut back to the hotel. They have noticed Riptide signs, so guess what we're going to do now, guys? We're going to open all the doors, pots and pans, we're luring them all out to the pier. They then take the boat. Oh, we're not enough in the water, man. We need to get in the water. Then we've got Madison, lures them all out, sees a wee spot in the pier, and what does Madison do? Dolphin dive straight off the pier, and then all the walkers follow her down below. Again, you said at the time, when most of these walkers not just get washed up on the beach again?
I believe so. I think
because the gimmick of a beach, the waves are constantly coming in. I'm not saying every single one of them's going to get washed up.
Yeah, some might get washed out, but I think the majority of them would get. And like once she jumps off the pier, why would all the walkers follow her? Like, see the walkers that are behind this group. I just don't think they're going to follow the other walkers, are they?
No.
Do walkers follow other walkers? Not really. For a show that is like so like in the same universe, man, it seems like every show or every season's got a different fucking thing. Yeah, you think you learn how they work, but then it's like, oh no, they don't really work like that.
No, yeah.
I just refuse to believe that this massive fucking horde, this massive group would like walk off the pier one by one. Just because Madison. The walkers at the end of this line don't know she jumped in. So they're just, following the fucking leader? It's like a train of walkers. The ones behind are just following the ones they see in front. When was this the case? Walkers have never really followed each other. Haven't really done anything to suggest that, because anytime we see large groups of walkers, when they're walking about and making noise, it doesn't attract the others.
No, you're right.
Otherwise, they would all.
We've seen so many times when they're walking in herds, a wee noise. Like look at the walker who attacked Andrew in the RV.
Yeah, but like the walkers don't really acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
So therefore, why the fuck are they all following the walkers in front of them? I get it, yeah, the ones in the front seen Madison jump off the pier, but the ones behind?
No, I know. Honestly, don't get it. But because of this, we're all going to have a dinner. But guess what? Oscar, he is not a part of this dinner because he is still guarding the honeymoon suite because his undead wife, who got bit in the face by the guy who had the heart attack in the flashback a few episodes ago, is there. Strand's like, yeah, give me the keys, I'm away up there. Strand talks to him, he's like, death part at you. Jessica's not your wife anymore, big man. Let me help you. And then we kind of get like an ending montage of Louisa and Nick kissing as like Strand opens the honeymoon suite door and the episode ends. Just a very fucking shit episode.
Yeah, well, it wasn't good.
I don't know how long they're going to spend in this hotel, but I wouldn't be surprised if this group do not leave this hotel to the season finale. I don't see why Nick would leave his community to the finale. And again, episode 10, we have the big drama with Chris dropping that farmer. We want to see what Travis is going to do, and we don't get anything. The only interesting thing in the last episode we don't get anything about.
Yeah, although what I would say is, I do think I think the pacing's all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if they leave the hotel by the end of the next episode. I'm not convinced they'll stay there. I don't think they do a good job though. The Walking Dead waited until season 4, the second half, before they started splitting up the group into like different characters and different like little mini spin-off groups. I think with Fear, doing it in season 2, it's too early in my opinion, and it's also, it just doesn't make sense because the first episode we got back from the mid-season was a standalone Nick episode, and then I'm pretty sure the next one that we got was everyone but not Travis and Chris. Then the next one was Travis and Chris at the beginning. Like, surely everyone should be getting a relatively equal screen time. Or if you're going to do a full Nick episode, why doesn't the next one just be a full Alicia Strand, Madison episode? Then maybe the next one be a full Travis and Chris. I don't know why they gave Nick a full episode and then decided to, alright, we're going to split them up.
Yeah, like this whole hotel thing this episode, I mean, you've got like a 50-minute episode. We don't need to see literally like them clearing out every room. We get what they're going for. We didn't need to see the Madison and Strand flashbacks. Just garbage, guys. I'm going to give this episode a 1 out of 10. Did nothing for me.
1 out of 10 for me as well. Not impressed.
Yeah, we worked out the 8 episodes, up to episode 8 of this season. We got 9.5 out of 80. Thoughts on that?
Well, probably about right.
That fucking speaks for itself. Like, I mean, there's some shows out there that are pumping that in an episode.
I'd be surprised if is there anyone that really enjoyed the Fear the Walking Dead. Let's say someone who's not a Walking Dead fan, that's not biased and that doesn't think everything Walking Dead related is like the greatest thing ever. I'd be surprised if they watched Fear and thought, you know what, this is a good show, or even a decent show.
I know, it's awful.
It's really, really bad to watch. So
and Strand switching to pink tops with his fucking moobs hanging out is doing nothing for me either, guys. So anyway, 1 out of 10. Till next time. Peace.